Hope you're all doing fine, guys. It's Wes Kilovers once again, and you are welcome to my channel. Okay, in case you are just seeing me for the first time, I'm a graphic designer and I bring updates, new things for upcoming graphic designers. Okay, I do logo, I do flyers, I do various design. It's how you can design with your smartphone. So I want you to watch this video to the end, as I'm going to be sharing with you some mistakes to avoid as a graphic designer. Today I will share with us some mistakes to avoid as a graphic designer. Whether you are a brand new graphic designer or you are an old hand looking for a fresher, okay, there are some common mistakes to avoid as a graphic designer. I want you to get your pen as you are going to be gaining from this and write down. The video is not going to be too long. I'm just going to share some points with you. Okay, so these same common mistakes in graphic design can ambush any graphic designer and cause a lot of harm most of the time. Designers want to show the client that they are professional and they end up not understanding full details of what the client wants. So number one is not paying attention to instruction. Communication between the designer and the client is very, very critical. Okay, being too loud with your font, it will be better if you stick to one font or two. Okay, playing around with your font might be good, but it doesn't mean that you have the whole font makes you the best graphic designer. So I advise that in any design you do, at most 3 fonts. Okay, like I talked about color in relation to marketing. Okay, in your designs too, it applies. You shouldn't use more than 3 colors when you are designing. So that's the second point. The first one is not paying attention to your client. The second one is being too loud with your font, not using fonts that you are supposed to use. You use different fonts in your design. It doesn't make your design look arranged. It will be better if you use 2 fonts or at most 3, or if you can stick to 1, it's even better. So the third point here is worrying about perfection. Just because you can add something doesn't mean you should add everything in your design. Okay, just be simple. Over designing isn't a major mistake, but it can cause some serious problems to your design. The fourth point here is not delivering as promised. Make sure to deliver to your client as you promised them. Do not deliver less than what you have promised. Okay, don't give less than what you have promised. Do not make loud promises that will arise their expectation, and then at the end you will now be giving them something very low. You make them feel disappointed. They won't gain your trust. They can't recommend you. They won't even give you review. Okay, let's take note of that. Now the fifth point is spelling and grammar. Even me myself, I'm a victim. We are all guilty of this. You are a graphic designer and not a writer. It's not an excuse for you to give or pass an improper spelling in your design. Along with the spelling problem, you want to make sure that your design has a proper grammar, that your project has a proper grammar. Okay, that when your audience are reading it, they will understand what the design is all about, from the content down to the call to action. Okay, so another point here to avoid as a graphic designer, mistakes to avoid: designing to please yourself. We are all tempted to want to design to please ourselves, but as a graphic designer that knows value or that understands value, I would advise you to do this instead. When you have a project, listen to your clients, advise them. If you don't feel comfortable with their requests, you can walk away. Try not to force yourself or your personality or personal interest into the business. Okay, as it will just spoil everything. You spoil your business, both online, both physical, both in advertising. Okay, don't force yourself on any job, whether you work as a freelancer or you work one-on-one. Anyhow you do it, make your clients trust you. In other words, I hope you have learned from this. Once again, this is Kilowas. I want you to subscribe to my channel if this video passes value to you. You can as well share the video to your friends and family so that they will gain information. And lastly, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that once I post a new video, YouTube is going to update you. And don't forget that Kilowas loves you.